Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Mr. Legacy Builder here. Thanks for checking me out. Know you guys could have been anywhere, but I appreciate you guys for checking me out and opportunity of you guys' time. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you guys hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for business, real estate, and money streams to take your life to the next level. Today, I'm going to help you guys understand how real estate investing virtually for beginners, what that looks like, and how you can do it on a budget and with what's going on in the current market. So whether you're watching this market as of right now or whether you check this video out and things change in the market, this video is definitely something for you to watch. Make sure you stay to the end to learn the tips and tricks and softwares that help you save time and all that drudgery work that's required when it's just you against the world when you're getting started doing real estate virtually or when you're getting started doing real estate locally in a community as a new beginner. So the coronavirus shot down a lot of people when it comes to real estate. A lot of new beginners who was thinking of doing real estate or maybe had a lot of money, lost a lot of money. Things slowed down. People were scary, not knowing what will go wrong and how it will affect them. Became more sensitive to going to see different people's properties, even taking an initiative to really figure out how to make this work. Of course, those like myself and other investors seen it as an opportunity to utilize the creativity and make it pop. But if you're a new beginner, sometimes things might feel like real estate might not work for you, or it might be what to do now. If any of those questions were bothering you, in the comments below, write what topic you thought of or what came to your mind when you seen that pandemic occur with the coronavirus and how you still moved forward with real estate. I'm really curious to see how you maneuvered. The virtue thing was something that I was doing while I was doing real estate when I first started, but then realized that it was considered virtual. And just an example for you guys who don't know, virtual real estate investing can be you doing a deal with a property you've never seen physically or never stepped foot in your local economy or nationally in another state or in another country for that matter. But the dynamics of doing virtual deals comes down to a couple of things. Number one is somebody on the ground. You have to have a ability to put someone on the ground to have an actual viewpoint on how the property looks, or whether it's taking pictures or the actual condition of the property. You're gonna have to have somebody look at that. Another thing you can look at, which brings me to number two, is how you're gonna get the contract signed and things of that nature, as well as how you're gonna market the property and how you're gonna close the property. Because when you, for the most part, real estate is nothing more than finding a deal, going to the appointment and getting the deal under contract, getting the necessary marketing together to market the deal, and then buying the deal, as well as having a closing attorney to close the deal and things of that nature. But if you guys can focus more on the acquisition side, becoming more virtual, where you're thinking about how you're going to put boots on the ground, and how you're going to acquire the leads. Then the other two things you might stumble across, which will be the pitches, which is one and the same, the marketing to get the deal. And then after you got the deal, selling the deal to your end buyer if you are wholesaling it, or buying it yourself and using a closing company or closing attorney or title company, whichever type of state you're in. So this video right here, I'm not going to go into the details. I'm just going to give you some tips and tricks. Here's the first tip. Tip number one, you want to outsource the picturing and the inspections of the property. You can use a picture company. And by the way, link to be in the description of things that I myself have used throughout the years. I've been doing this for about 7 years. But this is the first time that I just decided to start helping you guys out. Shout out to one of my followers who wanted me to make this video to kind of explain the virtue steps of what to do next and things of that nature. This video right here is for you. So here go the tips and tricks and how you can be successful from virtual real estate as a new beginner. And I thank you guys for staying to the end for this, because this is definitely going to help you out. I know right now, make sure you guys hit that like button and that notification button, tap that as well so you can get more videos like this. Tip number one, get that company that will take pictures for you of the property. And if you can, one of the hacks, here's a hack. If the person has someone looking in the property themselves, or if the person lives in a home, say it's a owner occupied, you can get them to take pictures of the entire house as well as do a virtual video. And you can say things like, hey, just so I can be able to get a clear view of the work because of the coronavirus or the pandemic that occurred, just to save you and me some time and to stay safe. If you can do a quick video and then you can have them video the whole home, as well as key areas like the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, the carpets, the roof of their home, and then have them send that video to you. Then you can assess repair costs and things of that nature that way. If you're dealing with someone who is a absentee owner, who has, or a tenant landlord, someone who doesn't live there but might have somebody in the property, then what you can do is, if you don't have connections to boots on the ground, reach out to your REITs and do what's called the contingent contract. Build the rapport, go through the steps, get the property under contract first, and then reach out to someone who is interested in real estate. Maybe they can bird dog and take some pictures for you and give them an outline sheet of what they should look for, and just have them go through and take pictures. Maybe you guys can sign an agreement, and then that's how you can get the deal done and get those pictures done, because you want to get a lot of pictures of the inside of the house. You also want to get, like I said, boots on the ground. Yeah, you can do a lot of virtual things, getting virtual pictures and things like that with different types of technology like Google Maps and things like that. However, remember, one of the best things, because you're doing it virtual, if a buyer is not virtual and they're local and they see something you haven't seen, that can destroy the deal. So the tip of using another company, if it's a vacant property and no one lives there, to go ahead and do pictures. Remember, I'm going to put links of some of the things that I'm talking about in the description. So if you're looking for resources, make sure you look in the description under this video. Or if you're watching this video or anything else, make sure you go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like the video, and look in the description for the video. But one of the main reasons why I'm telling you guys to go ahead and take that extra step to get that video as a hack, if the person is living there, is an owner occupied, but have an actual team or company inspect, like take pictures for you if it is vacant or if it's a title landlord situation. Those two things will give you an actual, in today's realm, view of what the property looks like. This is key in real estate. Putting eyes on the property and knowing everything about the appearance of the property is a major, major step. So make sure you do one of those things. Number two, after you get the property under contract, utilize those videos and strategically market. There's different types of hacks that you can do when you're marketing the video. You can look on Zillow and look at all the properties that have been sold. What you'll do is you'll type the property address in and you'll literally look at the lowest numbers possible around that property. You can skip trace those properties of those local properties around that property that's been sold. Skip trace those buyers who bought their properties for cash, and then reach out to those buyers and inform them of, hey, my name is whatever your name is. I currently have a property. I'm a real estate investor in the area who wholesale properties. I got a deal right now that I'm looking to sell. I noticed you guys bought a property. Would you guys be interested? That's a surefire way to get things going. But if you are on a shoestring budget, do not market it all over the world. Don't put that on Craigslist, things of that nature. You are not a realtor. Basically, what you want to do is you want to be clear. You're a principal of the deal because you have it under contract. Do not market a property that you see that's vacant. These are some disclaimers. Do not market a property that you see that's vacant and you see it as vacant, but you marketing it like it's yours. You are basically marketing something like it's yours and acting as a realtor at that time. You're not a principal in the deal. You have to have a property under contract before you market it to someone else because you're selling your equitable interest to the property. So that's why you need it under contract. But there's different types of ways you can market that property to your end buyer. The hack that I just told you, use that hack because it's the surefire way. If you don't have no money, borrow money, take a part-time job, sell something you know you don't need, or just figure it out if that's what's stopping you. Because a lot of times you see no money, you're going to need money. You might not need money to get it under contract. Maybe you're going to hustle and bustle and disregard the pandemic. You see, I took my mask off because even though I might go view different properties, I make sure I do CDC, certification of safe things, to go out and look at these properties. And I've limit how many I look at on my own. And I do what I'm saying with you guys, that I'm telling you guys. So instead of just trying to run out every property and doing things that way, consider what I'm doing, especially if you don't really have the time to do that, then you want to consider this. Side note, real estate requires money, time, energy, and credit. If you don't have the energy, you will not be able to do real estate. You must have energy. Outside of the energy, you're going to need time, money, or credit. So this video helps you with that time situation. It gives you some creativity on how you can definitely execute with limited to bad credit and limited to no money and limited time. So keep this in mind while you're watching this video, because this video is for the new beginners who are thinking of doing real estate virtually because of the things that's going on in the current economy. So anyway, we've passed number one and hack number one, which is how to acquire that property during the pandemic of, using an outside professional company to take the pictures after you acquire the deal and get it under contract. If someone's in the unit, that also helps with that as well. If it's vacant, that's a definitely go-to thing, especially if the person is in another country, another state or country or city or property. That's definitely going to help you as an absentee owner, vacant property, owner-occupied property. That's a good hack. Or partnering with somebody by going to a RIA and getting them to take the pictures, and you guys partnering up and you paying them for the compensation of the pictures. Any of that will help you with the first thing in real estate, with the acquiring stage. Now, if you got leads and you are looking for things to help you skip trace the leads and stuff like that, remember, all that stuff is in the description. Just make sure that you check the description of the video to get the resources and things that I'm talking about for you to do in the video. Check the description. So now that you got it under contract, now that you got the pictures, and you've marketed the property to the buyer by going on Zillow, looking at the lowest amounts, which are the cash deals, looking for the lowest amount cash deals that's been brought within 30 to 90 days that's around your property, because cash deals equals cash buyers and low deals equals cash buyers. You don't want a property that's about 300,000 and you notice that all the properties are high. You want to look for the cash deals. And how you do that is you go to Zillow, you look for the smallest amounts around your property within 0.5, half a mile or a mile, no more than a mile away. They got similarities of your property. So if you got a 3.2, you want to look at the 3.2s. If you don't see any within a mile, you want to go out maybe a mile and a half. But you definitely want to stick to a mile, the same street, and make sure it has similarities. The house has to be similar. I can't stress this enough. You don't want to be looking at a property that is not similar to the house that you're looking at, because that's not a deal. When you go in to talk to a cash buyer, looking at a property that's not similar is not a comp. Keep that in mind, especially as a new beginner. You want to look for properties that are similar before you go to speak to buyers following this strategy. That way you know you have a higher probability of these individuals saying yes. You want to also make sure that you disclose that you are a real estate investor and what you are trying to do, which is if you're trying to wholesale it to them, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I'm currently wholesaling this deal that I have under contract, and I've seen you brought a couple of properties in the neighborhood. Will you be interested in more properties? I currently have one under contract. I'm looking to see if you would be interested in buying more properties for cash. And if they say yes, you get their number and you text message them. If they say no, no problem. No, I know not right now, nor anything of that nature, but they show interest. You get a good text, you get a good number, and you get their email address, and you add them to your buyers list, and you move on. This will help you sell the property. Having that video is what you would send. You use MailChimp, and you will send them to MailChimp. Have MailChimp set it up, create a link. You can also use things like Dropbox of that nature to send the pictures and things like that. So it's multiple things you can use. But those are two things just off the top of my mind that I know I still use today that'll help you with the buyers when you're marketing to the buyers. Now, you know, like I just said, acquire the property, marketing and selling it is what all you really need to do. Once you get the property under contract, simultaneously you reach out as you're marketing to the buyers, reach out to the closing company or closing attorney and let them know, hey, you always want to set the stage. So this is the third thing, because the reason I kept it in simple things, just so you guys will understand, is look, no matter how many steps people giving you, This is the basics. This is not comprehensive. I'm not giving you every little detailed step. I do got in the descriptions different things that can basically help you. So if you are looking for a good breakdown, maybe you have a deal, maybe you're trying to close a deal, maybe you got more questions, look in the links below. You'll definitely be able to, I can definitely help you with that. We can definitely chat that up, talk more, whatever the case may be. If you got any questions that you just want to go over that I've said something in the video, leave those in the comments. But look, these are the simplest 3 steps you're doing. Acquiring the property, and while you're acquiring it, making sure you had some actual pictures of the property, knowing what's going wrong, things of that nature, getting it under contract. You marketing the property to a buyer. Simultaneously, while you're marketing the property to a buyer, you're acquiring their mobile number and their email address, and building a good relationship with them. And then you're sending them to, and then you're contacting a title company, depending on your state, and depending on, like I said, title company or closing attorney, and then you get the deal closed. And throughout doing all this, the main key, again, thanks for staying to the end. The main key is you're keeping up with the seller by letting the seller know, as a transaction coordinator, hey, just wanted to let you know that right now I'm viewing the property, yada, yada, yada. Hey, this week we're doing this, yada, yada, yada. You, depending on the rapport you build up front, you would set the expectations so that way they'll know, hey, I'll be contacting you weekly just to give you a heads up, let you know where I'm at with the process. And you want to set the expectations up front. I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this video is about, but you're going to keep up with the seller throughout the process. That's how you're going to close a real estate deal in the current market using virtual real estate investing. So for you new beginners that was looking to close a real estate deal, that is it. Again, the outline of what I just said will be in the description, as well as different resources that can help you that I'll said in this video and things that I haven't said in this video. Make sure you guys, somewhere over my head is going to be a icon that clicks. Click that icon. For those of you who maybe don't understand JV deals, that icon will definitely help you out with that. If that was something that you were thinking of doing and trying to get a picture on how that worked. But I want to thank you guys. I hope this helped, you guys, for everything you guys done. I hope this really helped. And answered a lot of questions for the new beginners looking to do a real estate investing via virtual real estate investing. I hope this helped you guys. Continue to watch. Look forward to helping you guys in the future with more videos.